fill some information, and they will analyze you, and they can give you a certificate of accredited investor. So meaning that if people cannot even invest with us if they can't even show us proof that they are an accredited investor. So you see why I'm saying your people were even asking questions from day one. You don't even know the investment. You don't even know whether you even qualify.
So it's not even like I have my money. Yeah. Dr. Stephen. Yeah. Let's make this happen.
So even with your money, there are still procedures. If we don't see evidence that you're an accredited investor, if you are based in the US and you want to come in from the US, we cannot even take your money.
Now,
the second,
before we go any further, because a lot of people are asking, what are the numbers? Because we're also watching on TikTok, on YouTube.
He was just hitting that now.
Oh, yeah. So I can pin it.
Yeah, so tell me, you want to call the number so that it frees just pin it, right? You can type the number and he can pin it for you.
Let me tell you guys one thing, yeah. Me personally, this year, I was talking to Chief Afe Babalola earlier on. And Chief Afe Babalola was about real estate, invest. And I told him, I said, Daddy, the way the economy of Nigeria is going, me, I'd rather do this real estate abroad. He said he agrees with me. Even for the Nigerians, if you hedge your money on a foreign product, anything that has value abroad, whether it is jewelry, land, anything that you can sell in Dubai or use to borrow money in America, is more valuable than what you have in Nigeria. Because the problem with Nigeria right now is we are having a lot of cash regulation, we're having a lot of currency fluctuation. It's not like it might not be big in the future. But if you want the one that you will use to hold body, and another thing is, the older we get, the more we would want to live in an economy that is stable.
Very true.
You want to live in a country where healthcare to a large extent is guaranteed. As I'm talking to you, all my family members are investing abroad, real estate abroad.
This sounds like that the freeze is about to jackpot. This sounds like that the freeze is about to...
No, I'm not jackpotting anywhere. You get it? Na insurance policy. Kéèyàn dàgbà, kéèyàn má dàgbà yà. It's, and a lot of people in the US are buying bigger houses to live in. That's not an investment.
That's not an investment.
When you hear house, you sound like some people I know. I want to have a, what do they call those houses that you talk and the house will be answering you? Smart home.
Yeah.
No. House is house when it has investment value. Just look at the house that you live in as car that you drive. Let me give you an example. There's one guy in the US who owns a Lamborghini convertible and another car. He said he makes $1,000 a day when he rents out his Lamborghini. And the Lamborghini is on rent for at least 20 days a month.
Minimum of 15 days, in fact.
So he's making $20,000 a month on his car.
That has
In
paid
1
the
year,
car.
That's an asset.
he's making $240,000.
That
He
has
did not
paid
buy
for
the car brand new. He bought it $210,000. So in 1 year, he has made his money back.
And he paid his money back.
And in dollars.
The
Not
difference between that, now, He says he doesn't rent it out on Friday because that Friday is the day he likes to drive it to club.
And he flexes with it.
So there are days he wants to take his girlfriend to the movies. He wants to drive it. He said that's how one guy came to him and said, I need this car for 3 months. I will pay you $30,000 a month. I'm having a course in the US, one of these Arab boys that he looked at it and said, okay, me, I'll instead go and rent somebody else's Ferrari for that weekend. I want to take my wife out. He collected upfront $90,000, $30,000 a month for 3 months. So the difference between that guy driving Lamborghini and you driving Lamborghini is one of them is earning money. Convert that mentality to house.
Exactly.
I was at Osh Baby's show yesterday. I was one of the people that announced him on stage. Frank Edoho and I. They were greeting one chairman. Waiting with the guy named Vintage. Confirm. They say he has the biggest house in the East. Now Osh Baby ask and say, how many times did they go this house where you get from? They ask her for mine. Smart home. Baba go dump smart home for village, poolside, everything. Of course, he's a very wealthy man. But you, when your money never reach. You never reach Oladeji. You decide the job. You go see Vintage house. You can't decide, say, it go good, make I get this house for village. Now we ready worry you. The problem where you get, the cure na psychiao. Because you are comparing yourself with a billionaire who has assets around the world, but just decided to show his village, saying, maybe you're not papa.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think, and by the way, that's a very good point that Daddy Freeze has raised, right? One of my biggest frustration with Nigerians, and I keep saying it, when you ask Nigerians to make investment, they start telling you, what's the risk, what's the guarantee, what's the this. But the same Nigerians, we carry the same money into luxury, into waste, into party that is freeze. Some people go do, me, I do birthday party now. You and like 40 people come. Some people know near where I did. They won't do party. The whole street shut down. Right? So it's unfortunate that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but what we're saying is that prioritize investment first. When you get there, right, you can be as loud, as big as you want. So, but back to what I was sharing, I've spoken to us about if you're coming in, you want to buy house. I talked about how that will be launched in August. I've spoken about if you're coming as a developer yourself and you want to buy lots, and that you can talk to us, we'll vet you and we'll consider you. Then I've talked about if you're coming as an accredited investor based in the US, you have to show us the proof that you're an accredited investor. You can always go to our website. Tell me, you have not pinned down the number.
It's sent chat, but I can't pin unless
Can you help me pin Temi's number, please?
Okay, Temi, please put down the number. Everybody's interested. Ada Blessing, I see you guys.
It's the last message I put in the chat.
Put it again. No.
Put it
there are many
again
messages.
People are chatting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is the location? Kathy, Texas. Katie. Oh, sorry. I said, local Ibadan. Katie, Neil, Katie. Someone said it's the townhouse I'm interested in.
The address is 8506 Katie Oakley Road. The zip code is 77493. 77493. So I'm going to put my number now in the chat again. Hopefully you can see it and then pin it down. Thank you.
So the last way you can then be part of this project, and I think that the freezer is the one that will be easier for a lot of your audience, is through our digital cooperative. right? Which has been running for a while now. So you can invest through a digital cooperative. That one will not necessarily require that you are an accredited investor, because you are investing through an African digital cooperative. And that also gives you an opportunity to invest at a lower threshold. So if you're investing, for example, through a US SEC filed fund, the minimum is $50,000 and you must be an accredited investor. But if you're investing through a digital cooperative back in Africa, you can invest as low as $10,000. Now,
my number again, can you see it?
That is free. If you can pin it now. Say me, just post if you can pin it now.
Yeah.
So then you can, and the return on investment range from
Farouk.
So it's plus 1346.
Hold on.
You didn't even put plus one, Timmy.
Plus 1346
575
575
4812
4812 plus 1346 575 4812
52
4852. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So for those
Stephen Akintayo has even put it up, so let me pin that. So that's the number. Let me announce it for the people watching on other platforms. +1 465.
No, 346.
+1 346. Muti Dagba. +1. Oh yeah, everybody, pay attention. +1 346 575 4852. Send a WhatsApp message right now. At least send something. Hello guys, what's up?
Yes, WhatsApp message I think is better than call. And then Temi can then call you at your convenience, but drop a WhatsApp message. You can
call me later. If you call me now, you will disrupt this live stream because that's the number I'm using on this live stream.
Yeah. So if you are coming as an accredited investor, the minimum is $50,000, and then you can do 100, you can do 75, you can do 100, you can do 200, you can do 500,000, you can do $1 million. But you must be an accredited investor. But however, if you're coming through a digital cooperative back in Africa, you can come in as low as $10,000, $30,000. 50,000, 75,000, 100,000 to $1 million. Now the ROI is 6% if you're doing $10,000. I think if you're doing 30,000, 7%. If you're doing 50,000, it's 8%. Now it's more than the bank will give you, but it's a reasonable return on investment. Remember, this is not Ponzi scheme. This is an investment backed by land, and then housing is coming on top of it. So the returns has to be reasonable. Some people will tell me, but the return is not big enough. Well, you have opportunity for compound interest, and then we're giving a daddy freeze bonus of 2% between 10,000 to 100,000 extra. And 4% between 200,000 to 1 million. However, that is if you are investing immediately. So you have between now and Thursday to take advantage of that particular extra bonus. So instead of 6%, you will be getting 8%. That's if you're doing between now and Thursday. Where you're supposed to get 10%, it means you will be getting 12%. While those doing between 200,000 and above, you are now getting 4%. However, your capital has to be kept for 5 to 10 years because it's a real estate project. The project will last between 5 to 7 years. So it is at the end of the entire construction of the over 400 housing units that the capital is returned. Now, if you are investing as an accredited investor in the US, your return is coming in on a yearly basis, but you can only withdraw it from the third year. Because it's from the third year, we'll have sold a good number of houses and we have liquidity for the returns. However, if you are investing through our African digital cooperative, you will be getting your return every year because our African digital cooperative is liquid and they will be taking care of your ROI from Africa. Okay. Same thing with those people always ask, what if we bring referral, introduce people? Is there something for us? Again, in the US, you see, US is very regulated. We cannot give you any referral. However, our African digital cooperative can give you gives a 2% referral, but that is through our African digital cooperative. So please know there are two entities you can come in, either as an accredited investor to our US SEC filed fund, or you are coming in through our digital cooperative. Now, I know this is a lot, so you can chat Temi. She can give you a lot of information. She can send you content and every document that you need. So I hope I've answered you guys. Suddenly the questions have reduced anyway because
Me, I even like questions. I want questions.
I think it's because maybe some people feel they may not even qualify. You know, sometimes we rush into assumption on things like this. So, but somebody say make una shine eye. Absolutely, you are right. They should shine their eye.
Let me tell you something.
They should shine their eye very well.
Of all the people that come to my live to sell products, and trust me, I have many. One of the people that is never afraid to give disclaimer is Dr. Stephen. I have one guy. Now, with him, cost me and the guy fight. Now, my fantastic customer. Baba, put disclaimer. Because anything if it happen,
yes,
you feel get stroke. Forget the property. You feel get stroke. You know, you can't get power to run them.
There's a risk.
Do you understand? There's a risk. So once people are afraid of disclaimer, I worry because anything that is too good to be true is too good to be true.
It's too good to be true.
There's always a level of risk with every form of investment.
I always say this over and over again. Any business is a risk. And in fact, sometimes when I meet people, they'll be like, sir, why should we invest with you? I said, my reputation. They're like, yeah. Right? So, meaning if you don't trust me, don't waste your time. I've had sometimes people reach out to me, oh, Stephen, I want to invest, but I'm afraid. I said, don't even bother.
Keep your money.
Don't bother. Keep your money. You know, some of us are not, we are not begging. We built some things, right? Your money is
Dr. Stephen lives in Banana Island. I went to his house for his birthday. Dr. Stephen, please, where are our pictures? I've not seen any of the pictures.
They've done it.
Farouk should have Dr. Stephen's house inside Banana Island. At least I know if my money lost, I could just go carry only the gate. I did okay. And for those of you that don't want Banana Land, he has another house in Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Just go there, collect the window. You are fine.
No, carry the elevator.
I'm telling you, elevator too much. Elevator are 5 houses now.
That means you mean business.
So
don't worry,
guys,
I will invite you Daddy Freeze to my new US house. You will like that one.
Mutu Dano, the one where I see for Banana Island, a small old house. Mugbe.
So people are asking.
That day I go Banana Island, I was driving my 2022 Benz. I was feeling like, initially I wanted to go with Uber because I was tired. I just said, no, I go carry my motor. I reached there. The first house where I won't park the car inside, as they open at the first car where I seen a Maybach, I just carry my car, JJ. car way for my estate, nobody get the kind. Okay, one guy don't finally get them. As in, I go down the junction. So make I go park for my mind. You know the way when I park that car around Lekki, and they pay people to watch over them. I reach there. I see 2024 Lexus LX 600 bulletproof.
Your senior brothers.
I just say, I can't turn for one side like this. I just see Uru's headlights, they peep. Now I just go mind one second and say, Baba, no vex. Just help me use style. They look this my motor, you know. I know say this. That day I don't realize I don't feel live for this banana island. Complex equal you. Dr. Stephen can't put one house for the middle of that whole place. Baga. So anyway, guys.
Sorry, please. I'd like to address some questions here. Somebody's asking how their returns will be paid. So when you invest with us in dollars, your ROI is paid in dollars. I think that's the wisest choice you want to make. However,
hey, auntie, don't talk. Person, they as I follow you talk, you get one problem. We still there to solve the problem. One guy pays school fees.
We're not accepting dollars and naira in conversion.
If you invest naira, you will get
naira value.
Naira.
Let me tell you what happened to one guy. Now, so the guy pays school fees in 2021 to the UK. Whether than £8,000 in visa, no can come. Finally, the school fees the school can't refund the money. They paid him in the bank paid him in the value of 2021. If the guy is as I talk to you now, they said data. Baba one man.
What's that?
So any investment has to be done in foreign currency.
No, but in our case, if you get naira, you get your ROI in naira.
Yes. Some people want to invest in naira and get ROI in naira. We even give more returns if you are doing the naira version. If you are doing naira now, you invest naira, you get naira. We'll give you more returns because remember, you know the naira value is not as strong as the dollar. So when you're investing in naira, you get higher returns. Okay, but it will be in naira. You know, the same way it came is the way you
invest in dollars. You get the way naira they high, go they confuse you. Well, anyway, not be me go talk. I'm now Dr. Stephen is the expert.
No, I mean it's up to them. Whichever one you want, we are open to any of the options. I can see somebody saying that the returns is low. You see, this is my problem with people that they freeze. You know, I have said this. An average Nigerian mind works like that of a scammer.
It's greedy.
It's always a function of who will scam who first. If it's you that wants that you get your returns no matter what, yet it is you that want them to give you returns that is not
realistic.
Right? If anybody is doing investment, they should structure it in a way that worst case scenario, they can pay your returns. That is how they do things. But our people, they lie. You say, no, they should give me something high. Eventually, when they lose, they will still come and say, I don't trust anybody. Everybody will scam. And Oga, you too, you wanted to scam them. They scammed you before you could scam them. You know, it's just the reality. So the day you see a very realistic, reasonable investment, you go say, nah, lie, it's too small. Until you go to the one day, you know, you lose your money, then you still come back and be playing. That's why today people tell me that somebody cheated me, somebody scammed me. I don't even listen to those stories because I always ask, this return this person promised you.
Let me share a story with you. You know, when I went to Dubai in 2017, they had this real estate investment opportunity. Now, you that I know very well, you also had opportunities there. But in my brain, no, GTX returns is too small. These other guys were offering me something more. I think about 6 or 8% more. Long story short, I put in about $5,000 as a deposit. while I was there. When I got back home, I sent them more money. By the time it was like 3 months, send papers now. How far now? When we got there, there was no office. I had been scammed. Then the guy in Dubai. The guy at the office, the security guy said, oh, sorry, those guys, everybody scammed, they're in court. I said, which court I won't go like this for Dubai? That was how that money went down the drain. So when we see healthy opportunities, if the bank, how much is the bank giving right now in returns? If the bank would give you, let's say 3% or 3.5%, and something else would give you, let's say 8%, that's double of what you would have.
No, let me tell you what Nigerians are looking for.
Tell us.
40%, so that in 2.5 months they've made their capital back.
That's Ponzi now.
Ponzi,
that's Ponzi. But again, there is nothing wrong with doing Ponzi. But please, secure your future first. Divide your money into 3 categories. 1 for low risk, that whatever happens, something will come from there. Second portion, mid risk, that half chance you may not. Then the third portion, high risk. Please don't put your school fees, your house rent, your gratuity.
Let me tell you the level of risk Nigerians like. Bet Niger. There was a girl crying on my life. We had to raise 850,000 naira for her.
Why?
She had her business was not doing well. So to boost her business, she went to invest in Bet Niger. I told you, it was a sporty bet. So the first month, she actually made some money. So was able to boost the business. Now she carried the next month, now everything sink. Before you know it, she done sell the business. Now the girl actually sent me people that she was paying back to the tune of 750,000 naira. She was now crying. So typical Nigerian mind now that spot bet. That's why
I'm telling you, it's the typical mindset. By the way, I can see some comments. It is 8%. We're giving, I'm seeing somebody say we're giving 1%. Someone say it's 8%. It's supposed to be 6% at the lowest ebb of 10,000, but there's a free promo for 2% extra, making 8%. So it depends on what you invest. It goes as high as 15%. If you're doing up to $1 million, is 15%. And under the 4 bonus, it means 19%. So it's just based on what you bring in that determine the percentage of what you're getting. So you're getting from 6% to 15%, but with the extra 2 bonus for those who are doing between 10 to 100,000, it means the minimum now is 8%. While those doing from 200,000 to $1 million, you are even getting as high as from between 12% to 19% because of but that has a timeline before it finishes. So, but even that, we're making sure we're doing something realistic, something reasonable. Remember, this is a US filed fund, right? So meaning that there are certain returns we even say that they will even question it. That why are we making this kind of promises? Because US is a regulated environment. So it's not just where you can just wake up and say, okay, all of you now, I dash you certain percentage. It's a regulated environment.
Please let me take notes. When you send a message and I will send you the flyer that has the numbers, right? So you tell me if you want to invest in dollars or in naira. However, if you don't tell me you are from DF, you would get our standard rates. So DF, so the code here is DF. That gives you the extra bonus available on this live stream. Okay, and that's if you send a message today, tonight, or latest by Thursday. Okay, please don't miss your
Let me also clearly state this, and I'm very honest with you guys on this. If for any reason, your mind is shaking about this investment, don't do it. If for any reason, like you just have one reservation, one small one somewhere, it's just tiny, don't do it.
Shame,
right? Don't do it. So one tiny reservation, I'm not sure that guy, I don't even like his face. I don't like his cap. Maybe his glasses doesn't give me assurance.
They're all wearing caps.
Yeah. maybe, maybe I don't like his glasses or that guy just not feeling vibe. No worry.
We don't want that energy at all.
Someone saying, is Daddy Freeze investing? Before Uncle. But I don't want to say, let me not say my own so that I will not say, because Daddy Freeze is doing it, now it make me do use your church mind. Una they always look for what they call it, Judas goat. Where una go follow inside fire.
You don't need to do because of Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze and I are cool, so do because you think it makes sense. In fact, I always say it even in my church. I say, don't do business with me because we are church members. Go and research. I say, I did it because we attend same church. That's nonsense. This is business and it's investment.
Ask all the questions on your mind.
Exactly. Be sure it makes sense and then do it because it makes sense. But to then come and then later be playing victim and all of that. But the good news with GTEx, and you can ask Daddy Freeze, whether you invest to, you don't invest to, you will later see the execution.
Amen.
And the same Daddy Freeze will be carrying camera, can't do video.
I go carry and go there. See our house in Kati. Now Katie, they don't teach me. Make I know use it bad sense. They spoil the thing.
So we will come and do the video and we will remind you that I told you when the thing starts, and in fact, I'm hoping, it's up to him whether he wants to come because we're supposed to have him in January. That's Daddy Freeze now, but he couldn't make it.
I have to go and do my Yankee visa. My Yankee visa don't expire. So I have to go and.
But have you renewed it now?
No, not yet. My problem with visas is I have to sit down and be writing form. Now, you the tire me inside visa with that.
Go through consultants now. There are a lot of consultants that can help you. You will just pay a token now that is free. You are bigger than
100K or 150K. They'll do everything.
If it's 100K or 150K, I don't mind. But to even get dates, now they tire me now.
You pay extra for the date.
That's why you need the consultant. They can help you get it faster.
Because they are there 247 midnight.
I can recommend somebody to you.
Come, Dr. Stephen, you really want me to come to this America?
Why not?
You have to now. You have to.
All right. We're going to talk about that. I'm sure my people want to see me in America. Sorry, we lost them, but we're bringing them back now. How are you people doing? Tammy, send me a request again. Dr. Stephen. I don't have cough. Oh. I just think I've inhaled a lot of dust. Okay, I've gotten you, Dr. Stephen.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. Oh. Sorry, Instagram logs out every 1 hour.
Oh, changes then.
Say that. I don't know what's happened though. I've been having some issues of late. So once it's 1 hour, they'll just. Someone said, I love to hear him speak. Instagram don't come out our Dr. Stephen. No. Dr. Stephen, send us requests.
He was just calling me now. I guess he thought that it was off that yet. But I think you'll be here. You'll be here back. You'll be here soon. I think we'll just take more questions from people.
Let's take more questions while we're waiting.
That they're in Houston. Okay, fantastic. You're in Houston. We could connect. We could absolutely connect.
Dr. Stephen.
We are back like we never left. So guys, if you have questions, please let me know. Some were asking for, somebody was asking what's the habitability of that property. It is very, very habitable. Like the area, it's a straight road. And in fact, before the end of the year, there will be a secondary school that is already established just next, about 1 minute drive from that property. So you would be very, very, you can be assured that civilization is right there, or close to the whole thing. So we have the main road, we have a park just behind us. If you do the Google search and you do an area view, you'd be able to see the property, you'll be able to see the building on it, right? So someone said from Dallas, but looking similar project in Houston. Okay, so this is a good one for you.
Please provide contact info. Call that number again. GTEX, please post the number. Oh, sorry, Dr. Stephen, read out the number nonetheless while we're waiting.
Okay, it's +1 346 575 4852. Okay, please remember that once you send me a message, let me know you are from DF, so that I can honor you with the extra bonus you're getting, the extra percentage. So right now,
they don't begin the call. They start calling you, Avi.
Yes, that's the number. I'm
don't call WhatsApp. WhatsApp only. Nigerians, pay attention. WhatsApp only.
At least for now. Let me be done with this before you.
Because you are cutting off the live feed.
Yes. Thank you.
Can you please type the number so I can post it while we're waiting for Dr. Stephen?
I did actually. I don't know why you're not seeing my chats. +1 346 575 4852. Let me put it down again. 4852. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So
I
don't know.
I think Instagram is blocking numbers. I think I might have to.
Yes. They also block lines, sometimes links sometimes. Yes. You're correct.
Dr. Stephen, please type the number. We're waiting for you. Calabar Impact asked a question. Calabar Impact, what is your question?
We need to add DSA. He said he's here. And you had a request. Okay.
He's just joined us. Okay, so Calabar asked a question. Calabar Impact, go ahead.
He said, I never answer me. What be your question, sis?
I even want to bring him live. Let him join us live.
Oh, good.
So he can ask his questions.
Also, by the way, for some people,
Calabar Impact no get light. Hey.
No life for Calabar.
They don't
Also
off
for
national
some,
grid. Oh yeah, Calabar Impact. We won't hear you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Why is no one talking about Dochavelli's visit to Nigeria? UK rapper Dochavelli. Why is nobody
Brother, it's like
Daddy.
brother, eh? Now because of you, NDLEA they work overtime. You they tell me about rapper call Rapani. Answer or investment. We'll be talking American rapper is coming to Nigeria. We are talking of bettering your future. You are telling us that someone whose future is better is coming to Nigeria. And that's the question you wanted to ask.
And the problem.
Oh my God. I don't have a problem with the guy. It is the people that gathered 8 days after he was born to do naming ceremony. I want now them I get problem with.
Please pity them. Okay, so if you have questions or is there anything else you want to add to this?
So I want to add that for those who want to buy house, that the original intention is to buy house, we have a good news for them. When we launch in August, whatever investment you've done now, plus the returns that's accrued, can now be converted as your deposit for the house.
Bam.
Okay? When we launch for the house, and hopefully Daddy Freeze will have gotten his visa and he will come for the house for the foundation work. But I would love to bring him to be part of that. Just like we did in January. January was amazing. We had a great time. We did a conference. We did an open house, So it would be great to have that. So for those who are saying this house I want, we have different options. We have single family home, 4 or 5 bedroom. We have townhouse 3 bedroom. We have apartments 8 floors. So for those who are investing now, and the original intention is to buy a house, your investment plus whatever will have accrued 6 months conversion of what has accrued. So for example, if you're entitled to, let's say 8%, so the capital plus 4% will then be converted as your deposit for the house that you are buying. Okay, so like I said again, we have single family home, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom. We have 3 bedroom townhouse, and then we have 4 bedroom. We have what's it called? We have apartments. So let me just play this for you. I don't know where luxury meets. Embark on an extraordinary journey at the proposed Jasper Estate Katy, where luxury meets legacy. Our esteemed guests witness the splendor of our estate, creating unforgettable moments. Seize your opportunity with easy investing. For non-U.S. entities, step 1, log in at www.gtexhomesusa.com. Step 2, invest now. There is a video. I want to look for the video that just showed just the 3D. Farouk, if Farouk has that, if you can send to me. I think Farouk is awake now.
Somebody's asking about permits, but I didn't catch the person's question. So Mayor, if you could please ask your permits question again. Sorry if we skipped it. Somebody's also asking about my number. My number is +234 plus not for me +1-346 575.
Something is wrong with them. Can you imagine?
No, that's not my number. +1-346 575.
Dr. Stephen, please type it. You were able to type it the other time, so I can also read it out to the other audience. GTEX, you said you were going to type it out.
It's not a house, it's a property, okay?
Timmy, can you mention it so I type it out? +1
+1-346
Yes.
575.
Okay.
4852.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's up?
So Shigogo is asking, where is the house and when will the house be ready? So right now we don't. It's not a house we are asking you to invest in. It is a real estate property in Katy, Houston, and we are asking you to come in as an investor on that property. To buy a house will begin from August, but for now we are saying come in and build with us from the scratch. Okay, the property is at 8506 Katy Hockley Road, Katy in Texas. The zip code is 77493. Now, if you need a Google search and you go on area view, you will see that building itself. Like you will see where it says Paul D. Rushing Park. It's right behind the building itself. I mean, the whole 40-acre itself. Right? You see John Paul Land Park and the Education Center also right behind it as well. So it's a fully livable community right now. Somebody's asking about $50,000 deposits. Okay, if you're doing 50K, you are within the right to earn 2% extra. That means you'll be getting 8% per annum. So your money
No, 10% actually. 10%.
For 50K.
If the normal rate for 50K is 8%.
Okay.
Then if you add the freeze bonus, that then makes it 10%.
Okay, for that from 50 to 100,000. So you got that your Melolo, right? So that's it. But it is annually. It's not monthly, please. And your ROI is accruable every year. If you invest,
let me play the 3D so they see the proposed design. Again, this is a proposed design. Approval hopefully will be out between now and June. So this is a proposed design. So some things might change.
Reduce the okay. Yeah. Oh wow. Can we reduce the audio? The audio is.
We should reduce the audio.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can just watch the video.
So we just watch the video, yes.
Yeah. So this is the future, guys. You're seeing the future.
That's
yeah,
we can see it. This is the apartment side. This is the townhouse side of facing the apartment side. Those are 3-bedroom townhouse sides facing the apartment side. So it's a $150 million project when fully completed in the next 5 to 7 years. It has a pond and we're converting it to an artificial lake. We also see that aspect of it as well. So yes, you can see the design for the lake. So it's a pond as we go there and the water is there, but we're turning into a lake. People can walk around, residents can walk around it.
Yeah.
So it's a legacy project beyond just return on investment that it frees. This is something that how we earn respect, in foreign field. I've always argued that I'm not against JAPA, but when JAPA is done properly, if you look at how the Indians are doing it, look at Indians in America now. They are the CEOs of all the tech companies, right? If you look at how the Jews have done it, if you look at how, a lot of these other, even the Chinese, if all these, particularly, if you know how many Chinese own a lot of stuff there, right? But we as Africans, our problem that we don't come together to do something. And that's why it's easy for migration law to work against us, right? It's easy for Donald Trump to say, go back to your shit old country. Now, he won't say that for Indians, right? And it's basically because nations analyze you based on your investment. And
Your
we're talking
value.
about legit investment, not the one your politicians did. They can't even put in their name. I'll give you an example. I mean, we're big in Dubai. In fact, in 1 year, we became the largest black-owned brokerage in Dubai. And one of the things I noticed when we moved to Dubai was the reason the reputation of Nigerians were bad in Dubai was that most of the properties Nigerians bought in Dubai was not in their name. So when they make a list of top 10 countries that invest in Dubai that they freeze, Nigeria is not there. Right? When they make a list of top 20, Nigeria is not there.
Even though we have it there.
Even though you might have some people investing, but
so it's fraudulent.
They are not doing it in a legit, proper way.
Yeah.
And so that's why they could ban us and didn't care, in Dubai, because in their mind, how much were we even bringing? And when we often come, is to look for a job, is to, and sometimes even look for lower jobs, security jobs in Dubai and all of that. In the UK and the US, we've done well. In Canada, we've done well. We have a lot of professional jobs. A lot of us get professional jobs. But that is still not how nations respect people, immigrants. They respect immigrants based on businesses that you own in their country, that you bring. Plus,
Yeah, I want to address this mayor guy because he has asked a question before. He said, if for any reason you're unable to secure all the necessary permits, what will be the impact on the investments of the early investors?
Okay, so that's good. First of all, there's no such thing as not securing permits. When we say permits, because it's a place that is an open zoning. Right, so there's nothing. It's not like there's a law that says that place you can't use it for what you want to do. The rule is just that whatever it is you want to do, come and show us. Then the way the city works is they can say where you want to put townhouse. We are proving that you put something else there. Where you want to put single family home, we approve. Okay, you said you will build one single family home on a 600 square meter. No, you need to put it on a 1,000 square meter. Those are how they work in terms of the permit. So it's not as if they will give you a permit and say we will not allow you to build. There's no such thing. This is not Nigeria where APC will hate a PDP or PDP will come after APC. For your information, as I speak to you, the congresswoman in Houston, what's it called? Shirley Jackson, right? Yeah. When she heard, because I was on their TV station to talk about this project, she came and gave me a congressional recognition that the freeze. All the years where I don't be for Nigeria, nobody gave me an award. Right? I never even start construction. They just say I'm for TVO. Right? Their congresswoman came for our event.
Jackson, yes.
She was the one that I reached out to. I came and gave us congressional award. Let me show you the award.
Recognition, yes.
Recognition for. So America wants. In fact, you was telling me that I want more land.
Yeah.
Sheila Jackson Lee. You was telling me if I want more land, she can help me even get more land at a more reasonable price point. America is not like Nigeria. They want you to be. They want you to bring business.
Somebody's asking, what's the minimum you can invest? It is $10,000 for tonight. I think in Naira, what's our minimum in Naira? I haven't looked at the Naira.
20 million.
In Naira.
20 million.
And then $10,000 in dollars. Okay? Tolu, I hope that's clear for you. I have many questions to ask. He said that can you add him? let DF make that decision.
Who is the person?
Popsy 2011.
Send the request. I'll add you.
Okay.
Okay.
He said I will text asking the same question. Now,
don't worry, I've added you already, brother. Accept the request.
So this is the Congresswoman's award that she presented. Just because they're here say we want to do a project like this. So this is a legacy project beyond just returns. We also should be proud that a Nigerian is working on this.
Yeah.
Is this man based in Nigeria?
Brother, go ahead. Now you will they wait for.
I based in Dallas.
Hey, down the road. Now Okada, you go ride reach there. Or you go enter keke. If sun not too hot, you go begin the waka for reach there.
No good, right?
I have like 5 questions to ask just to clarify.
You want to
I already sent you a message.
Okay. No, go ahead. Let's
My first question is, let's assume you invest $100 million. So $100,000. Then so your there's no send the FCC to me. I've made $100,000. So your return of investment is 10% of that 100,000, right?
Yes, sir.
So you said that's going to be every year, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means you are getting like I think 20,000. 10K.
No, 10K. Yeah.
10K every year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is that okay? If you do like, let's say you do like 2 years now, and you are not interested again, can you get your money back?
So our minimum term is 3 years.
Okay.
5 years.
5 years for you. Yes, it's 5 years. So 5 years, 10 years,
or 10 years. So you can subscribe for either 5 years or 10 years, meaning your capital will be locked for that period. Remember, the money is going towards this construction. The construction timeline is 5 to 7 years. The total, analyzed proposed cost for constructing the entire state is $150 million. So it has to be locked into that project. It's when we are fully building everything, we've sold everything, we can now start returning capital back. But the returns can be given, it's accrued yearly, okay? However, it will be, you can withdraw it from the 3rd year if you are going through the US. If you are an accredited investor and you're going through the US route. But if you are going through a digital cooperative route from Nigeria, because they already have a lot of investments, various estates that the freeze has launched some of the estates, so they have liquid to be paying you on behalf of the US investments, right? They will be paying you every year. Okay? But if you invest through the US entity, you have to wait, because at the 3rd year is when we'll have built some houses, we'll be selling it. We'll have liquid from the US business to give you as a return. Okay, so we'll just calculate the entire 3 years and pay you. But if you're investing through the Nigerian route, you'll be getting your returns every year.
Okay, I get that part. So the second question is, let's say you want to be part of that investor for the land, the land itself. So how does that work?
So you must be a developer yourself. So we have a portion like 10 acres we are willing to sell to developers, right? And the reason, my brother, is that we don't want the estate distorted. You can see the proposed design, right? And you see how beautiful it is. So if you end up just selling land to people who don't have capacity, right? Your land may be there, 10 years, they've not built it. And that's the only thing disfiguring the estate. So we're targeting more of people who are developers, whether they're based in Canada or based in US or based in Nigeria, because we have a lot of Nigerian developers too who are trying to expand to the US. So that one is open for them. They can buy a plot, 1,000 square meter. They can buy an acre or 2 acre, but the total lots we're giving for that aspect is just 10 acres.
Okay. Okay, you said something earlier when you started this conversation that accredited license something. I didn't understand that side. Can you explain that part?
So in the US, you there's something they call accredited investor. Remember, we said we have 2 entities. We have a SEC filed fund that we set up. Now, because we know our people that is free, so we intentionally filed with SEC to say, okay, we're raising funds for this project, known as country, right? Just to also give our people comfort And so that if anybody goes and raise eyebrow and say, they are raising money, there's no approval, there's no license, there's no something, SEC we say we know. Because SEC is like a regulatory body for funds that you are pulling. They also exist in Nigeria as well. Okay? So we have to do that just, so that there's no story in future. But doing that also then need their implications because they have their rules. Rule number 1, the person must be an accredited investor, meaning he must come with a SEC, they call it in the US. You must come with a document your accountant can give you that have reviewed you and you are now an accredited investor. There are also some websites you can go to, you fill their information and they will analyze you and then they will give you a document that says you're an accredited investor. We need that before we can take your investment. If you are coming through this our US filed entity.
So if I get that now, I can invest in that land.
You can invest in the fund. Okay. If you are buying land, we don't care whether you are accredited or not. You are coming to buy land. Our own is just to vet that you have capacity to develop. You don't need any accreditation to buy land. Is that you just you are trying to invest to get a return on investment, then you have to be an accredited investor. However, we have another entity back in Africa, okay, that does not require you to be an accredited investor. And you can invest via that entity. In fact, that entity is the one that gives you returns every year. I hope we all understand what we're talking about. Yeah. So it's up to you which one you want to do. So you can talk. You can. So I don't think even because you are not even in US. So
I'm in Dallas.
You are in US.
Yes. Oh, so in Dallas. Yes, sir.
So talk to you have a CPA now. Talk to a CPA.
Yes. I understand that.
Talk to your CPA. Your CPA can look into it, and the usual analysis they look at is that do you have house, your income, everything you have, is it up to $250,000? That's what your CPA will look, right? If everything you have is up to the whole thing, everything coming to you in a year is up to $250,000, then your CPA can, certify you that you are an accredited investor.
Okay. My last question is, you said that if you invest, let's say I invest $50,000 in the property and I wanted to own a land by August when you want to start the project, right? A house, when you want to start the project. So how would that transfer to my deposit? Because I have to stay for like 3 years before I can withdraw my return of investments, and I need that house immediately you begin the project. So how does that work? Do you understand my question?
Okay, so like I said, it's up to you. You have 2 options. You have the option of doing through the African Digital Cooperative, which will be giving you every year. So it's not compulsory you must go through this route, right? But if you're going through this route, it's at the 3rd year that we're sending you a check to your address. Of course, you request it, and then because some people are doing compound interest, they're saying, "Don't give me anything." Is at the 5th year or at the 10th year? Just give me my capital back and the returns, right? So it's up to you which one you prefer. But for those who now reach out to us at the 3rd year to say, "Let me get my returns," a check will be written towards your return and it's sent to your address.
Okay. Thank you. That's all my question.
You're welcome.
Wow. You came loaded. I hope you have sent me a WhatsApp message.
I already sent you a message.
We can't do all that jam question and then it's not for anything. Thank you so much for joining us. So I think I've been trying to answer some questions.
Since I'm not familiar with the term accredited investor, I think some of us need to understand that when we're defining things, we should give a layman definition to it, right? And what I'm just doing is a layman definition. Okay, basically. Of course, there are some of you
are
can
a
say
CPA, so you will not know
exactly. Some of you can say accredited investor is analyzing your credit score or is analyzing or whatever. You know, you're free to.
That's CPA's job.
Exactly. You can't. What I know is you cannot certify yourself as an accredited investor. A CPA has to do it, or you go to a valid website, okay, where they will now, you put in certain information and they will score you as either accredited or not accredited. So for us, we don't care whether it's the CPA that did it, whether it's the website that did, but we must get a document from you that shows you're an accredited investor before we can take your funds if you are coming through the US fund.
Somebody is asking for the address again. Sorry, please. Sorry, please. I didn't hear you for a moment. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, so how many people have CPA? Well, it doesn't matter to me. I have to do my thing based on the rules. And the rule is either your CPA gives me something, right? Or though I know Grant Cardone does something like this, and sometimes he makes it simpler that you can even fill a form. And once you fill that form and you say you're an accredited investor, they will take your money. Yes. But you see, again, you need to know I'm a black man. So if I'm doing something, I have to, make it extra cautious. Because if FBI says they are doing investigation on me, now even you will not give me a chance. Right? Or if SEC now says, well, they say investigation, they didn't even say they've indicted me. Many of you will say, we have always known him. That guy that the freeze always knew. We knew it. I knew there was something. I knew there was something about that. So, for me, we're extra, we've built a name over the years. And at this level, we don't be saying we stay hungry anymore, right? A lot of what we are doing is for posterity. It's not for, a being power, right? So when we're doing something, we kind of want to make it extra tight, more than normal. Maybe after some time when, we don't know the president. By the time your US president don't give me an award, and I can assure you, watch out. Because this project will lead to an award, because it is, going to be the largest green and smart home of that size in America when we're done. And I can assure you that is one thing that America loves when it comes to renewable energy and all those kind of stuff. So it's going to be big. But at that point, we can be reducing the rules a bit. But for now, if you are not an accredited investor, either a CPA certifying it or a website certifying it, we won't take your money.
Unless you come in through...
Unless you come in through our digital cooperative back in Africa, which is okay. You can still be in US and still invest through the African Digital Cooperative. We have many US people investing through our digital cooperative in Africa.
Somebody's asking, guys, what are you referring to?
We are running out of time, but I'm going to take one more question. That is, if you have questions and you are based in America, please, after that Calabar experience, if you did Nigeria, no ask question.
Unless you have 100 million naira to invest.
No, even if you get 1 billion, I don't want to hear your question. Because by the time you first go on generator, like the brother, first of all, he come everywhere. See this American brother, see as he come light day. Calabar brother first light no day. We wait, make you go on touch light, on generator. Then he come. Because in the backward, say Nigeria they behind. Even though today now 6th of February, in reality, Nigeria still be like 3rd January. We know. So by the time in brain boot, the first thing we in brain go lock now American rapper, we want to rap for Nigeria. So please, once I request you, once you accept your request, I just see darkness or anything that resembles where I am in this Nigeria. These people that I'm talking to, they are in America. I want people that look like them. So please, my God, I beg you. The next set of people, I'm bringing one more person. I beg you in God's name, please be in America. Or at least on a plane on your way to America. Any local call will not be taken.
Somebody said that's location discrimination. That is.
But after I go Dr. Stephen house for Banana Island. If you still dey Mushin and you get opinion, one name just go Banana Island, make it say as it be. You go dey drive, go see helicopter on top person house.
Yeah.
I'm not asking if you want to embarrass yourself and just drive to. If say you never go Banana Island before, just go embarrass yourself and come back home. You'll be all right.
So somebody is asking if they're in the UK. Good news, we are accepting investors from across the globe.
All over.
In fact, somebody did a transfer from the UK through their Barclays Bank. You know, they walked into the bank. I think their $8,000 or their $10,000 was about 8,000 plus in pounds, right? So even if you're in Canada, you are in Egypt, you are in Dubai, you can invest in this. It's not location bound or specific. Okay.
While we're waiting for the questions, very important, the number. Send a WhatsApp right now if you are interested in asking any questions. No matter how many questions you ask on the air, the whole time I have is 1 hour, which we are finished spending. So we're already in extra time. But that same 1 hour, they can give it to you, only you, and explain things to you. They can chat with you at any time of the day or night. So take down the number if you're listening on TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, because we still have people on these other platforms. The number is +1 3465 75 4852 +1 3465 75 4852.
Thank you very much. Somebody's asking what's the returns rate. So earlier we went through the returns. I think I can allow DSA to go through it again. But once you send me a message on this number, I will just text you we have a flyer that contains the breakdown of the investment. So ordinarily, if you're investing between 10,000 and 50,000, it should be 6%. However, we are giving it at the freeze discount, and so you get 2% extra. So it becomes 8%. And if you are investing between 50 to 100, I believe, normally it should be 8, but you get it at the freeze bonus for extra 20% more. I mean, this extra thing you are giving has kind of messed me up. Please explain it.
So there is an extra 2%. So the way it's been broken down, if you are not doing from the US, it's as low as $10,000, 30,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. And so you are getting extra 2%. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're having extra 2%. While if you're investing from 200,000 to $1 million, you get an extra for 4%. So instead of 10, you get 14. Instead of 15, you know, instead of 11, you get 16. So it keeps going up. But again, we can't answer all that question on the returns here. Send message to the number +1 346 575 4852. Somebody has a question. Has social person approve of the investor? I don't know. Is the person?
If they approve, they are aware.
Is the person the SEC, or I don't know what we mean. And I want to say this because this is the issue Nigerians always make.
I don't think you should assume what a person means.
You need to do your own personal investigation before doing any investment, right? An influencer should only just encourage you about the opportunity they see. Because this is also why you put influencers into trouble. Because you turn them to some demigod and then you put unnecessary liability on them, right? They are willing to, show you opportunities they know of. Your job is to do your research and be sure whether it's something you want to do or you don't want to do. And you are already hearing from me now, saying to you, if you have any reservation, don't bother invest.
Somebody said, am I going to hold that the free straws out? Any investment you do it at your own risk.
At your own risk.
When you meet a girl in church and the relationship does not work out, you go and say, the pastor, I met her in your church. When the relationship works out, do you go and dash the pastor money? Say, pastor, this woman I met in your church, she has been cooking my food and making me happy.
You don't. Please, let's be responsible for our